Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for mid-October 2023. We're just going to jump right in here. You have this leg up card and this clean it up card. The leg up card is kind of interesting. It can represent a person or people who are coming in to assist you at this time, but it kind of represents needing to get started. It kind of says like, I don't know. I always forget this quote, but there's a quote that basically says like when you get started, there's two. There's the Rumi quote that says, when you get started on the way appears or whatever, right? But there's like another quote that I never remember about kind of like the people. It's like the people that you need in your life to help move you forward. They're not going to show up if you don't get started. It's like a very similar kind of idea. And that leg up card, kind of represents that. It kind of says that, again, if you don't get started on whatever goal, wish, or dream you are working towards, then look, two seahorses here as well, then nothing is going to happen. But if you do get started, then the things that you need will show up. So, I kind of feel this here. I kind of do feel like something is arriving, just in time here for you, Aquarius. So, if you feel like you're running out of time or look at this card. You can't make this up as I say this, but it's like the people that you need will show up just in time, or if there's something else you need, like a resource or something, it seems like what you need is arriving. You have this card that says you will be surrounded by people with different agendas. It may scare you away, but fight it. You got this. Again, I kind of feel that this reading is saying that the people that can help you might be outside your comfort zone. Maybe you think they're smarter than you. Maybe you think they make more money than you, or whatever. But those are exactly like the mentors that you need. Is what this reading is saying to me. It doesn't surprise me that you have this clean it up card here. Again, I feel that you, Aquarius in particular, I feel like you have been working on, either cleaning up your vibration or, just cleaning some things up that have been getting in the way. Anything that has caused friction. I'm pretty sure I said this to you in your last reading as well. It just seems to me that Aquarius is very focused on removing friction. So if there are those things that, especially anything that causes frustration, you could, not only could you be like extra triggered by that, but you are probably feeling more motivated to correct those things. So, I kind of get that energy for you here with these two cards, and that's, really where I feel like they're going. You have the Seven of Cups, Lovers, and the Seven of Swords. 2 sevens to me is internal fears that don't exist. I just realized, that's so weird. It looked like these two buttons were different colors, and that was totally distracting my ADD brain, right? But you have the Seven of Cups here. And the Seven of Cups is about being spoiled for choice, having a lot of options. I kind of feel like you need to open up to help, in a lot of ways from other people. I mean, you cannot make this up. You have this collaboration card here. You have the Three of Cups, which is a card of collaboration. It's like everything here is kind of like saying you need to, you might be thinking that things are, that certain things are bad when you work with people and other things are good. The Seven of Cups is all about that. Seven of Cups, he sees good things and bad things in these cups. And, the whole point is that, yes, of course, bad things can always happen in life, but you have to still, get started. So I feel like I don't want to say you wasted time, but, I feel like you could have gotten going on whatever you're working on much sooner. And if you've gotten help, could have gotten help from people. You have the Lovers, which could be love coming in for you if you want it. You have the Page of Cups. You have the Ace of Cups, the King of Cups. I would say you're attracting like a very emotionally open type of person. Could be attracting a dreamer as well. But I also feel this could just be people, people who are helping you. I feel these people are very different. I think that people who could, if you're trying to work on a dream or a business, these are people who probably, trigger things inside of you, like cause, maybe like certain wounds or, maybe to be around like this new group of people, you feel like you have to level up in some way. In a lot of ways, I feel it's a good thing, not a bad thing. So, I would be looking to surround yourself with people who do cause you to level up. That's what I feel this reading is saying. And the Lovers is like a perfect match. You have the Seven of Swords here. Again, you have 2 sevens, which to me represents internal fears that don't exist. So I feel like you have to let go of the fears, plain and simple. You could have some fears around love as well going up this way here. You could be worried about like getting into love and then ending up in a third-party situation or, something like that. It feels like fear to me because 9 of Swords right here as well. It's like he's making the offer, but this person is like worrying about things that probably don't exist. The 7 of Cups. Again, always the Seven of Cups with you, Aquarius. And the Seven of Cups is about worrying things that might happen, but also might not happen. The Seven of Cups, again, there's good things and bad things in those cups. And Seven of Cups says, are you going to get to the end of your life and just say, like, wow, I did nothing except worry my whole entire life? Or are you going to get to the end of your life and say, wow, I had a bunch of amazing experiences. Some of them hurt, but that is life, right? Trust me, I get tons of comments from people that are like, someone broke up with me. And I'm always like, okay, this happens to millions of people every single day. It's like we shouldn't be spending a bunch of time crying and worrying about a bozo that broke up with us, right? Spend your time healing, take the time you need, but then get over it, right? It's like, sorry, this is Steve talking, not Chris, right? But what I would say here is that, at the same time, it's like I've realized it's like people spend a lot of time, crying over some bozo. There are like millions of people here on Earth, and plenty of people probably wasn't your twin flame if they cheated on you, right? So go find someone else. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Rebellion card. We are in a time of rebellion, not like, I don't think there's going to be some sort of, rebellion or anything. But what I would say is, again, you are probably rebelling against yourself with the Seven of Cups. Like if you have some crazy ideas for a new direction in your life, I would go in those new directions. I encourage everyone to do this right now, mostly because Pluto going into Aquarius, plain and simple. With the Lovers, you have this Excitement card. Funny enough, a lot of people have had this. This is the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, by the way, and I do feel there are a lot of reasons to be excited, so I would move towards excitement. Anything that gets you excited, any new ideas. But again, this could be new groups of people that are really exciting. With the Seven of Swords, you have this Escape card. See, the Seven of Swords is kind of about getting away from getting away with something. He is stealing those swords from this army in the background here. So, personally, I read the Seven of Swords as a good card. It is a golden card. Golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive no matter what. So, it's really a card of tactics. He is stealing those swords, so he doesn't have to go to war. It basically, asks us to do something differently. Like if we're trying to accomplish something, is there a better way to do it? But he's also sneaking away with those swords. And again, this Escape card could be you kind of like, getting out of a situation here and, kind of just in time. I kind of get that energy from your reading in general. To me, it feels more as if, I don't want to say it's like a reward, but it seems like the right opportunities are being presented, and it could be in the form of people. Like you get started on business, you're not sure what to do, and then maybe you find like a person on YouTube who's like literally has a video that says do this, and then you do it, and then the next person shows up, right? I would be looking to create more of that type of momentum in my life if I were you. It's like I would be kind of following your inspirations. But I would be looking, it's like once you train your brain to, look for those types of opportunities, you see them all over the place, right? So it's kind of hard to describe, but if you could do that, and then, I think you'll get into this flow where one thing leads to another, and before you know it, you're cooking. So, we see that right here, the Eight of Pentacles, and, the Eight of Pentacles is a lot of success. You have, in the area of the unexpected, you have this No card, you have this Portuguese Man of War, it says collaboration, teamwork on it. So, some of you could have gotten a no, and what I'm getting here is that you're afraid of repeating a cycle. We see this with the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is having a nightmare, waking up, being stuck in a nightmare. So I feel like this no is that you're fearing that you're going to get a no or something is going to be a no again. And so I would let those fears go. I would also open up to any opportunities to work with other people in your life. It seems this is definitely a teamwork type of reading. You have the Nine of Swords, Three of Cups, Ace of Cups. The Nine of Swords is, again, about having a nightmare, waking up and being stuck in a nightmare. So it's kind of like the never-ending nightmare. But at the same time, he has this comfort blanket right here. And it kind of says that, something maybe is painful, but it's like not painful enough for him to make a change, And so I feel for a lot of you, this is saying like, don't wait for things to get painful enough. This is why we create plateaus in life, right? It's like you'll see this with a lot of successful people. They'll, even successful people, they'll get to a certain level and then they kind of slowly plateau off, meaning they don't grow. They just keep making the same amount of money, or they have the same amount of followers, on YouTube, or, whatever the case may be. There's like no growth. And again, not a criticism. It's just, that sometimes it's like the thing that motivates us to grow in the first place is pain. So the Nine of Swords kind of says you don't have to get to that point. You can get ahead of this, right? By making constant improvements. It's like, I mean, I'm a living example, not to brag, but look at my channel, right? I am constantly growing. Why? Because every single day I try one new thing with my channel, whatever it is, a new experiment with shorts, new thumbnail, a new whatever, right? I'm always trying something, and every single day. And these are just tiny little 1% improvements. I tell people all the time, I'm no genius, right? Maybe it seems that way. People always leave comments. They're like, no, you are really smart. I'm like, no, I'm not. I failed school my entire life, never passed like math, right? Total failure, fell on my head when I was 10 years old. No joke, had a traumatic brain injury after that. That was it, right? Brain fried. So, again, I have to like read things. I always tell people, like, I have to read things like 10 times for it to sink in. I can barely write. I have no grammar skills, right? So it's like, if I can do it, you can do it, Aquarius. This is just simple 1% improvements every single day. And again, I think people don't do it because it's so simple. But again, I would do what is obvious if I were you in this reading. You have the Three of Cups here. Three of Cups is a card of celebration. Obviously, it's a card of teamwork. The whole entire reading is encouraging you to work together with other people. You have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups can be a new love offer, and I do feel there could be a new love offer coming in for you. Page of Cups, King of Cups. It could be a water sign, but the thing I will tell you is that, I kind of feel that the King of Cups is more of an archetype that we could be more attracted to at this time, and it doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to. King of Cups is just very stable emotionally, and he doesn't care what's going on in the world. He just lives his life, and he does what he can with what he's got, right? And so I kind of feel, as we enter into this time of chaos that we're entering into, a person who doesn't allow it to that chaos to control their life, and who isn't just like running around screaming that the sky is falling, basically a person who's in control of their emotions, is probably just going to be more attractive. So again, I feel it could be any sign, but it's probably the archetype that we're talking about here, not so much the person, right? Or the sign. With the Nine of Swords, you have this resourcefulness card. We're entering into a time of resourcefulness. I tell people all the time, again, if you can do things without money, I wouldn't be thinking money first, even if you had $1 billion in the bank, right? I always tell people, even if you have $1 billion in the bank, watch your money, watch your finances at this time. There's like a million reasons why. Number one, who the hell knows what's going to happen with money? Number two, there could be like really good opportunities that come up as well. So if you have a little bit of money on the side, you never know. There might be a recession, but maybe it gets you through the recession if you save your money, or maybe there are like investment opportunities and things like that pop up. So, again, I would be, I'm a big fan of kind of like tapping into your resources. And again, that could be why teamwork is showing up here. The more people you have on your team, the more resources you have. With the Three of Cups, you have this drama card. I would be careful of any person who put you in a third party, or any liar, cheater, stealer, or anything like that, someone who stabbed you in the back. I definitely wouldn't repeat a cycle with the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords encourages us to end cycles. With the Ace of Cups, you have the status card. Yeah, you definitely could be attracting a person who raises your status, right? Or the two of you together, gain a lot of status in life. This could also be a team. Again, there is something here about your status. It does not have to be love. This could just be you surrounding yourself with people who raise your status, who bring you to that next level, who cause you to elevate. The leg up card, right? So, and again, I kind of feel this is something that you feel like arrives just in time. I feel like it was always meant to be this way. I don't think there's anything really unexpected coming in here. Maybe this is part of your soul's plan or whatever, is that, when you get to that point where you feel like you're about to run out of time, something comes in and saves the day, right? And but I do get that feeling here. Next, in the area of what is coming in for you, you have this Bobcat spirit, says life is a mystery. You have a Seahorse spirit, says watch and wait. I feel like you have been waiting for a lot here. The Seven of Cups to me there is a certain kind of energy of waiting with the Seven of Cups, because he's just looking at those cups and he's just like, okay, these are like good things and bad things that could happen, but he's just waiting. He's not actually going and finding out how something is going to turn out. I tell people all the time, again, life is about having experiences. The most spiritual thing you can do is have experiences. I think people always say, what is my spiritual path? What is my spiritual journey? All this other stuff. I'm like, number one, we are spirit all the time, right? We spend enough time in spirit. I think people are too spiritual, believe it or not. I think we are here to have a human experience. I always say God lives through us, through the things we create and the experiences we have. So creating more experiences of love, happiness, joy, doing things that fulfill you, that bring more fulfillment to the world. Those are the things you should be focusing on. not like, being blissed out on the top of the mountain. Not, if that's what you want to do, go for it. But, I'm just saying, what do you truly want to do? And those are the things that I would be doing here. I also kind of feel that, the Life as a Mystery card is just that, maybe you've had a dry spell for a very long time. You have the Page of Cups here, the Eight of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. And it's like all of a sudden, maybe someone is interested in you, right? So it could be, that's like the mystery. You're like, why, how do these things happen, all of a sudden, right? Or like, why do these things happen, like when they happen? I almost feel like you're noticing just sometimes that, at certain times, kind of like the floodgates open up. And, that's what you're paying attention to here. But I also do feel there could be love coming in for you. Feels like, excuse me, feels like the very beginning of love is what I would say. And, again, I kind of feel like some of you could be more focused on work, but, again, you could be focused on work and a person could be presenting themselves. If you are attracting love, if this is love, then I do feel this is someone who's really going to cause you to elevate. Again, you have that status card. Again, this could also just be teamwork, you working together with another person. And again, same thing. Obviously, it is going to cause you to elevate. Eight of Pentacles is material success on the horizon. So I feel like there's like a lot of money coming in for you as well. You have the King of Cups. We kind of already talked about this, but, I feel like there could be a very, kind of emotionally stable, kind of like driven person who's coming in for you here. Again, I feel like they don't really, I feel like they're very adventurous as well. With the Page of Cups, you have this organization card. I feel like you need to realize that like things are not can never happen in order is what's popping into my head here. It's almost as if like I think sometimes people set out to accomplish a goal, whatever it is, doesn't matter, and they think like, oh, it has to go this way. But it's like when you think like that, you're actually preventing yourself from accomplishing something in the first place, because it's like your story is your own. Usually if we think that there's like a set order that we need to accomplish something, it's because we're comparing ourselves to someone else and we're saying they did it this way. Instead, I think we should be more open to like all the ways that something could be accomplished by, again, following our inspirations, and that will make you successful much faster. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have this manipulation card. Crazy, because everyone has had this card, for these mid-monthlies so far, and this is a card of manipulating the energy. It's a card of kind of bathing in the energy of what you want. So it's a card of using your powers of manifestation to get the things that you want in your life. And that's what I would do here. Use your powers of manifestation. Again, this is good manipulation. This is Jupiter and Scorpio. So it's like, using law of attraction, journaling, meditation, all those things to get what you want. Just matching energy of what you want. With the King of Cups, you have this flattery card. Yes, see, I feel some of you were dealing with a past person where it's like you were you were total opposites, looking in different directions. There's these two people here who are actually, there's growth coming out of their head, and now they're seeing eye to eye. So again, I feel you are attracting a person where you're more, maybe a past person, and you were not seeing eye to eye. Maybe there was a lot of drama, or maybe this person is just rebellious, has a rebellious spirit because you have that rebellion card there. I also feel like this person just can't see the dream, in general. And it's like now I feel like you're attracting a new person where it's like you see eye to eye. You see, like maybe you have similar things that you want to accomplish. Again, the status card, there's this crown here, but it's like one crown for two people. So it's like you're really attracting a person where it's like you're both maybe working towards the same thing, or together you accomplish the same thing. At the end here for the good stuff, you have this beauty card. It says somehow your looks will boost your earning power. It's really weird. I was saying to, I don't remember who, but another sign that something came up about kind of like how something looks. And so what I would say here is, that, this might not be you. Although, I think you should always try to look your best, of course. But, I think this could be saying, like, maybe you have a website and maybe it doesn't look very good, right? But maybe updating it or working on how it appears would be a good idea. Maybe you're trying to sell something else. Again, maybe updating the packaging or how the pricing even, could be the thing that, updates how things are perceived. I think this is more, there have been a lot of cards of perception, which kind of makes sense with the eclipse, right? that we're having today. You'll be watching this the day after the eclipse, but I think that the eclipse can alter perception or how things appear. So it might be a good time to like update the look of your the cover of your book or whatever it is you're trying to do. You have this card that says you will be surrounded by people with different agendas. It may scare you away, but fight this. You got it. You got it. Yeah, I think you're just like learning how to be with new types of people. I kind of feel like it's almost like you're looking at your life so far with this card. And it's like you're seeing like the commonalities between all those people that have been in your life. And I feel like you're seeing the points or the things that those people have in common that have held you back, right? Maybe you attract certain people with certain type of belief, or maybe you always attract people in love who need saving or whatever. And the good news is I feel like it's a little scary maybe, but you're kind of opening up to new people, different ways of living. And again, this has to do with maybe packaging as well. It's like you're seeing the package that people come in, or you're seeing how people present themselves, and it looks to me like you're changing it. This is the good stuff, so this last row is going to be good no matter what. And you have the Two of Swords. Again, Two of Swords is this or that thinking, which we always get for you, Aquarius, but there's this new island behind her, and I always say that new island is like a third place. It is a different solution for her, and she needs to get to that new island. So I feel like that's what you're doing, is like you're seeing that things are not just black and white. There's shades of gray, there's color, even better, right? There's other ways of doing things, and it's kind of broadening your horizons here. You have the Two of Pentacles, which is like work hard, play hard. I think that this is a major theme for you, especially in work, where you're kind of like saying to yourself, are there better ways I can do things? Are there ways that, I can not waste my time? Are there different ways I can experience life, or, whatever the case may be? You also have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is fortune after difficulty. Ten of Swords is a blessing in disguise, is what I meant to say. It is coming up in the good stuff, so that's why it's a blessing in disguise. To me, personally, I don't mind the Ten of Swords anywhere in a reading. A lot of people say that it's the worst card in the tarot. I personally think the Nine of Swords, which you have here, is the worst card in the tarot. The Ten of Swords, it's dead done over with. He realizes that he needs to move on. So I feel a lot of you could be kind of letting go of situations that just no longer serve you. And again, you're heading towards blessings. With the Two of Swords, you have this Riches card. Again, a lot of people have had this card as well. So again, everybody's worried about the economy and all this other stuff, but sometimes I think these things maybe make us see other forms of abundance that we have, or other ways to create abundance, or other ways to, whatever. And I kind of feel you're opening up to all forms of abundance here. With the Two of Pentacles, you have this risk card. A lot of people have had cards of taking risks. I do think that we are in a good time for taking calculated risk, like putting yourself out there, getting attention, sharing your unique ideas with the world. All those things are going to be super beneficial with this card. With the Ten of Swords, you have this appreciation card. Everybody has had this card as well. Again, I think being in the energy of appreciating what you have is probably one of the quickest, best ways to, again, attract abundance in your life. So anything you can do to appreciate the things that you have would be great with the appreciation card. Really good reading, really straightforward. So we're going to pull 5 main themes and see what else comes up. You have this Rooster card. It says, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. I would definitely be careful of anyone who causes drama in your life. Could be a Leo here. This is Mercury and Leo, that drama card. So, it could be any sign, but I would be careful of anyone like that. You have this Bell card. It says announcement on it. I feel I get more of that just in time type of energy here, where it's almost like something is showing up just in the nick of time. I don't really feel it like saves the day or anything. I think it just more moves you forward. Like I was saying, it's like one thing leads to another. And that's more the energy that this reading is talking about. It's saying, you should get excited when you maybe, again, watch a YouTube video that answers a question for you. Like, see where that leads. Like, what is your next feeling? What do you feel like doing after some sort of moment of inspiration, and keep following that. And that's what I would do here. You have this Archway card, really good card in this deck. It says new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. So, again, a lot of people have had very similar energy. Seems to be collective for the eclipse, that a lot of us could be kind of just, seeing new ways of doing things, different ways of doing things. You have this Lightning card. It says, control your anger or you will be sorry. Yes, definitely. And you have this November card. I always clarify these monthly cards. And so you have this egg card. It says success assured with good plans. So you could be finding this success as right away, basically by November, success is coming in for you, especially if you're taking a risk and working towards something. But this looks really, really good. I love this. So definitely one of the better readings I've done for you in a while. I think you're finally making decisions is what it is by following inspiration. So it looks really good. Thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your month.